Today I want to talk about a little bit about technology and production setup and how it can be helpful, but also can be a little bit destructive if you're thinking about it too much. I'm going to tell you a little example of if you've ever played baseball. Well, you've ever played sports, but you've ever played baseball as a concrete example that I'm going to pull from is oftentimes when you're growing up, especially when you're using aluminum bats, there's usually the bats that are marketed the best and have the higher price points are usually the bats that people want. With the idea that if I have the better bat, I will hit better. And it's kind of funny that, as a kid, I definitely agree with this as well, but looking back on it, to a degree, I'm sure certain bats had like a certain marginal improvement to the kind of like the baseline bats, but the psychological benefit of going up to hit, stepping into the box, knowing that, hey, I am best positioned to hit this ball right now. I have the best tool at my disposal right now. So when it comes to creating content, especially video, there's often, I don't want to speak for everyone, there's often a rush to get the best equipment, the best this, the best this, the best this. And I think how it works a little differently from equipment in sports, and I'm using the baseball bat example, is if you have really good equipment when you're creating content, it's also pretty confusing to set up. It's also pretty intimidating to get going with. So most of my customers know this, we don't use DSLR cameras and we don't use kind of the traditional production setup. All the filming we do up to this point has been with phones. And it's largely iPhones, but funny enough, different Android models and Samsung models, that different phones that aren't iPhones actually have really good cameras, and we're not even using those. We're using iPhones because most of our customers tend to already have an iPhone. So, and this could change in the future as things change in the business and things change for what I want to set our focus on in the future. But I'm telling you, up to this point, it's been strictly phones, and I would say like 90% iPhone recordings. And just for the fun of it, I would love for you to, if you made it this far in this video, I would love for you to drop a comment below and take a guess on what phone model. And I'll give you a hint. It is an iPhone, but guess what iPhone number this video is getting filmed on. It could be a cool conversation and a way to kind of see what's possible with creating content, especially video. If you feel like you don't have the right tools to get going, I would argue that you probably do have enough. The thing that you need that could be really useful is just giving yourself the permission to get started even when you don't feel like it's all perfect and tidy. So I'm gonna wrap this video up for today. I talked a little bit about production setup, and kind of the drawback of it. I said in the beginning I was going to talk about the good and the bad. I kind of mostly focus on the bad of it in this one. The part of the good that that could be useful is that when you're looking towards the future, things could change in the future in terms of higher production setup, softwares, different workflows and systems and all that. But that's looking to the future, and my company does a lot of that. We're pretty good at doing that type of work, but I want to focus this video a bit more on like the negative side of focusing too much on production setup, because in my experience and what I've observed with our customers is that it will slow you down more than it's worth, like the benefit that you're going to get from it in the beginning. My name is Randy Splain. I hope you enjoy this one, and I'll be talking with you in the next one.